Good evening and welcome to the Cuisine Masterclass in association with Daniel Lebrun. I'm Sarah Nicholson, the editor of Cuisine magazine. It's fantastic to see you all here this evening. He's been involved with Cuisine magazine since 1992 and he now, of course, is our esteemed food editor. He has a weekly food column also in Sunday magazine and the Sunday Star Times, and of course he is one of the judges on MasterChef New Zealand. We're very lucky to have him tonight, Ray McVinnie, live all to ourselves for a masterclass, so please give him a warm round of applause.
I'm Ray McVinnie, and tonight I'm doing the Masterclass for Cuisine, which is a huge honour. I'm really pleased to be doing this. I love the whole thing of cooking because it's a manual skill, so it's half your hands, but it's also half your head as well. So you've got the two things going on, which I find extremely satisfying. I'm sort of wanting to do something different, and of course you're going to be the judge as to whether I can pull it off. I'm going to cook a 3-course meal using as many traditional methods as I can. And first thing I'm going to make is seafood dumplings with pickled vegetables and a mojito sauce. Mojito sauce is a very sort of traditional Cuban sauce, lots of citrus. It's got rum in it. I think that's why it's called a mojito sauce. It's got a nice, rum kick to it. And off we go. I've got 75 mils of orange juice. It's a little bit like a cocktail. I want about 50 mils of lime juice. Orange juice, lime juice. I want a tablespoon of Manuka honey, which is going in there. This is all going in the food processor. The other thing I want is quite a lot of coriander, which is something I didn't used to like. And 3 spring onions, which I will just cut up a little smaller than that. And they're rather large spring onions, so I don't think I'll put them all in there. And of course the magic ingredient is 3 tablespoons of rum. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and that's golden rum. And if I put that on there, that should puree it. If you're making this dish, do it in the order I'm doing it. You make the sauce first, you do the cream next, you pickle the vegetables, then you make the filling for the dumplings, then you make the dumplings and you freeze them if you're not going to use them on the same day. In the recipes I'm doing, there are a couple of layers to the dish, and each one of those is possibly a simple recipe. So you're going to end up with about 10 recipes for 3 courses that you can pull to bits, use for all sorts of things. I've got some cream here, which is it's probably about, not quite room temperature, a little bit cold. I've got some lemon juice, and I'm just going to tip that in there and forget about it. The pickled vegetables. Every Japanese and Chinese housewife knows how to make a quick pickle, and it's dead easy. All you do is you dice up cucumber as soon as I find a piece, rather small, like that. It's pretty small, isn't it? Seeded, peeled, the whole deal, a bit of chopping, good for your knife skills. And you thinly slice some fennel, and I put a tablespoon of salt in that, and see what's happened? Nick, where are you? All the water's coming out of it, because it's pickling. The salt's making the water come out of the vegetables, but it's still going to stay crisp. So that's been sitting there for about half an hour, and what I want to do now is wash all that salt off it, chuck it through the sieve, squeeze it out, you can't hurt it, and you throw it in there, and you've got still crunchy, pickled vegetables going on there, like that. So I'll put those over there, clear myself a space, because what I'm going to do is show you how to make this pasta. I want to show people that you can have really great food using simple traditional techniques. I'm going to use a dumpling dough recipe tonight, which makes these beautiful little dumplings. And this was taught to me by an Italian friend of mine who got it from her mother. This is a ravioli that comes from Capri. It's made with 00 flour here. It's very, very soft. This is what they use for making fresh pasta and pizza bases out of it in Italy. And I need half a cup of water, okay, and half a tablespoon of olive oil, which is probably about that much. You tip it in there, you mix it up with your hands. So then you tip it out onto a board, and it's this lovely, lovely soft dough. Give it a very brief knead. You don't need anything in this, no salt, nothing like that. You put the salt in the water until it's okay, done. The dough's ready. In here I've got 6 shucked mussels, they're raw, as well as the other thing that's in there is 125 grams of, and I think we're using snapper today. I'm going to puree it. And you've got this rather murky looking puree, which is just fine. I can smell it. It smells like seafood to me. The other thing that needs to go in there is some diced scallops. So stir that up. Whoops, put that one back in there. And that is the filling for the raviolis. Now I can go back to this. Everybody okay? So quiet. Okay, so roll out the dough, and this dough's still warm. It's really, really soft. If you're finding that it's springing back and won't roll out, just go and make that phone call. Come back and when it's relaxed, because all you do now is go bang, 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 like this. And we get the kids to do it. It's dead easy. And then all you do is this. These go in there. Okay, about 6 minutes these will take. And go those. While that 6 minutes is going on, because all I've got to do now is put this together because everything else is made. I tend to plate this one. At home I don't like plating everything. I like to serve things family style on platters, big white platters. Why do I like serving things on a platter? At home, it's the shared table. It's where I am. In Paris, you can get this in a restaurant. I've never been. It's very unusual to find shared platters in New Zealand restaurants for some reason. But yeah, overseas you can always do it. And often, everybody eats the same thing, and you go to a restaurant, you all eat the same thing, and you have it on a platter, which I love. You get a little bit of the pickled vegetables. Put that on the plate. This is a flat dish, by the way. This is a dish for looking down on. You don't, we're not interested in height in this dish. A little bit of that, and a few halves of cherry tomatoes. We've got some little dumplings here, so I can take a few of these out. I can turn that off now, can I? Yes. And you put them in the middle, like this. Now remember, these are going to be chewier and a little bit heavier than your usual pasta. And the other two things I want to get, is the cream. And see what's happened to this cream? See how it's thickened? It's a little bit grainy at the moment, but just give it a bit of a stir up and you put that over the top. And hit it with some mojito sauce. Like this. And I want some of that in the middle, and that's what you should be getting now. I think that the thing to always remember when you're making anything is, first thing is give yourself time to do it. There's nothing more unpleasant than trying to cook when you haven't got time. And be really well organised. Read the recipe, think it through, work out what you're going to make first.